I'm supposed to just be recording, but I guess it just wants to go live. Who cares? All right. So I'm in the process of making sure that I record a video every single day. So this is day one of me recording a video until someone wants to use my voice for the greater good. Now, when I say greater good, I really just want to, one, be able to either speak on stages, speak on podcasts, speak to high schools, middle school students. So if you're looking for somebody to come and inspire, but also just ultimately have a conversation with your students, your team, your faculty, your staff. That's something I've been doing for the last 10 years. So in 2016, I started out on Christian radio, and I had a segment called, Class is Now in Session. And the purpose of this was to teach people how to take the level of motivation that they need, tie it back to the word, but also ensure that there's a level of foundation that we're getting to. And whether I would bring guests to the show or whether I would speak to, what was the topic of the day, what were some of the takeaways that I want you to take away from this, and then also praying us out. And so with that, and starting that in 2016, it propelled me a little bit forward. But to go a little bit back, in 2013, I knew that podcast would be something that will be widely popularized because oftentimes I feel like I have this knack for things like, oh man, I went to school for film, went to school for production, but I realized that these are the things in which I want to do. But I'm not in California, right? I'm not in Atlanta. I'm not in all these hubs where film is taking place or audio productions are taking place. And so I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to buy a mic. I'm going to work with a friend and we're going to start this podcast. Now, that didn't do too well. So I was like, you know what? I had that itch. And then 3 years later, 2016 came around and it really gave me a chance to truly appreciate being on the mic and working with a few individuals, Isis and Patty, as well as Brian at that time. And they really inspired me to keep going and to keep pushing and to keep pushing the envelope and really thinking outside the box. And so I fast forward to today, where last year I started a podcast called World of Coaching Podcast. It is a fall season podcast, so you will only see that during the fall season. And then I realized that there's just much more to talk about. I have a sales background, so I'm going to be talking a little bit about sales. There's a leadership background because I've been in leadership for the last 8 years, and that's just professionally, right? I've been a leader in my home. I've been a leader at church. I've been a leader in a lot of different areas and coaching football teams and, volunteering. But the reality for me is I want to take these skills and I want to grow them and I want to help others grow their skills as well. So every day as I talk about the passions that I have, I truly want to find a way to benefit young adults, young professionals, young men and women who truly just feel like they are not being heard or they're not having the right conversations. Whether their friends are talking about certain things or their parents and family members are talking about certain things, those things may not necessarily benefit the dream that they have or the goals that they have. So they have to get around others. And so I developed something called the Assist Networks. And the Assist Networks is truly a platform for people to work together and to work in conjunction with each other, collaboration, what have you. And with that collaboration, it's helping personal brands continue to grow over a period of time. And with that, there's going to be, book clubs, there's going to be leadership coaching, there's going to be sales coaching, there's going to be, content creation and coaching. There's just going to be a lot of how do we further benefit everyone that truly wants to join the Assist Networks because they believe that they're not having the right conversations in their current circles or around the current and in the current environment that they're in. So my hope is that as I continue to talk about the Assist Networks, that it drives some interest, drives you all to be interested in some of the things in which I'm developing and bringing to the market. But ultimately, this is a passion project for me. I have always helped people in any shape or form that I can. And because I am now siloed, not necessarily siloed in a certain sense, right? Because I can travel and I can get out. But because I'm at home majority of the time and I work from home, I want to find an area or a place that people can feel welcome and we can actually start working together and supporting each other. There's obviously a number of other channels that are out there, a number of groups, number of coaching agencies and content creation channels and groups. But ultimately, this is one that I believe is rooted in foundationally in the belief as a Christian, but in the belief that we're all here to serve one another. So if you want to join the Assist Networks, I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to email me at willisdarrell@gmail.com, or I will have a QR code or a link in the description that will take you over to my Link app where you can find some more of my contact information and reach out and we can have some conversations. But I'm going to wrap it up. It's been 5 minutes. I told myself that I'm going to be doing 5 minutes every day, split this up. and post this and not care, because ultimately this is a start of something great and we got to continue to move with greatness.